fundamentals of mutual funds. So pag-uusapan natin, paano nga ba tayo mag-i-invest sa mutual fund? How does mutual fund works? So yun yung mga pag-uusapan natin. Meron na ba tayong idea paano nag-work ang mutual fund? So matututunan po natin lahat yan in today's training. So to start with, let me just introduce myself to you para hindi naman ako stranger sa inyo, but I know most of you know me already. So I am Reyna Christine Francisco. Together with my husband, naka-base po kami dito sa Dubai, United Arab Emirates. And we've been a member of IMG since 2013 and at the same time, an investor since 2013. So ano man po yung isushare ko sa inyo in today's training, ito din yung mga ginawa namin, natutunan namin more than 10 years ago. Okay, so if you want to know more about us, you can scan the QR code on your screen right now so that you can connect with us also through our social media account. So may tanong po ako sa lahat ng nandito ngayon. Ang tanong, saan nga ba tayo magandang mag-invest? Sa bangko? Negosyo? Mag-real estate na lang ba? Or is it stock market investing, mutual fund, healthcare, or insurance? Sa tingin po ninyo, saan magandang mag-invest? Ano ang sagot dyan? Ang sagot po dyan, lahat po ay maganda. Depende po sa goals natin. Kasi depende siya kung saan po natin gagamitin yung investment na sinisimulan natin. Kaya maganda, lahat nandyan, di ba? Or lahat meron tayo. Meron ka sa bangko, meron kang negosyo, you're able to invest in real estate, may stock market ka, may mutual fund ka, and at the same time, you also have healthcare and insurance. That's why dito tinuturo natin how to build a strong financial foundation. So paano nga ba tayo magbi-build ng solid financial foundation? It is just like building a house. Para tayo nagsimulang nagpatayo ng bahay, sinimulan natin sa pinakapundasyon, papaangat sa bubong, and these are the different building blocks in our financial foundation. So kung babalikan niyo yung tanong ko kanina, saan nga ba magandang mag-invest? Yung mga pinakita kong investment kanina, yun po yung sasagot sa mga building blocks ng ating financial foundation. So of course, you need to have investment, emergency fund, magbayad tayo ng utang, we need to have a protection and healthcare. And as I've said, you need to build it from ground going up. Mula baba, papataas. But for today's training, hindi po natin pag-uusapan yung iba. Ang pag-uusapan po natin is investment, yung pinakatuktok ng ating financial foundation. But bago tayo magpunta, how does mutual fund work? Pag-usapan muna natin, ano nga ba ang investing? By definition, investing is the commitment to use money and expect to make more money to achieve a long-term goal. Okay? Tingnan niyo yung mga salitang commitment, expect, and long-term goal. So it means ang investing, you commit, you give your commitment that you want to put that money so that it could grow, you want it to grow for your long-term goals or yung mga pangarap natin. So wala naman po nag-invest na gusto nilang malugi. Gusto natin lahat, kapag nag-invest tayo, ay kikita at lalago yung investment na sinimulan natin. That's why you need to let your money to grow. Bigyan natin yan ng oras para lumago. Ngayon, bakit nga ba maraming tao ang nai-scam sa investment? Ano yung mga dahilan? Bakit may kaibigan ka na-scam sa investment? Or ikaw mismo na-experience mo na na-scam ka sa mga investment na pinasok mo? Ano yung mga rason? I'll give you some of the reason. Number one, greed, kasakiman. Second, ignorance. And third, they always think short term. Gusto po kasi natin mabilisan. Gusto natin, naglagay tayo ngayon ng 1,000, gusto mo bukas yung 1,000 mo, doble na agad. Sa pag-i-invest po, it would really take time. That's why what you are doing right now, that is you investing in your knowledge. At sabi nga ni Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. So what you are doing right now, di ba? You are investing in your knowledge. That's why you'll be able to know saan mo pwedeng ilagay yung perang kinikita mo. Kasi most of us, we are earning money dahil gusto natin yung perang kinita natin, mapalago natin. At yan, matututunan ninyo, malalaman ninyo as you attend different trainings. At isa itong mga trainings na to na makakapagbigay sa inyo ng idea. Paano nga ba nag-work ang mutual fund? Pero bakit nga ba tayo nag-i-invest? Bakit nga ba gusto nating mag-invest? Bakit gusto nating palaguin yung perang kinita natin? These are the reasons. First, you want to achieve your long-term financial goals. Lahat tayo may pangarap. Gaano nga ba kalaki yung mga pangarap natin? At para ma-achieve mo yung mga pangarap na yon, ano yung magpopondo doon? Eh hindi naman tayo pwedeng forever na nagtatrabaho. That's why you need to have an investment vehicle that would allow you to achieve your long-term financial goals. And second is for us to beat inflation. Ang inflation, madalas nating naririnig yan. At bakit? Isa yan sa mga rason kung bakit tayo kailangan mag-invest. Bakit kailangan nating ma-beat yung inflation. Pero bago natin alamin bakit, alamin natin ano nga ba ang inflation. So, inflation by definition is the increase in prices of goods and services. Ito yung pagtaas ng presyo ng mga bilihin. So, let's say for example, basing on what is your screen right now, let's say bibili ako ng electric fan. Yung electric fan ngayon, yung presyo ngayon niyan is 1,000 pesos. That same electric fan, pag binili ko yan 5, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, hindi na siya 1,000. Maaaring tumaas na yung presyo niya, maging 2,000, 2,800. So tumataas yung presyo ng mga bilihin. At yun yung inflation. Kaya kailangan natin siyang ibit dahil maaari tayong magre-retire tayo few years from now. So yung mga bilihin, pag nag-retire tayo, mas mataas. That's why we need to let our money grow. Now, let's see one example, no? Savings. Let's say, meron tayong 100,000 pesos. Yung 100,000 na yan, inilagay mo sa isang vehicle that would allow you to earn 1% every year. So, ano yung 1% ng 100,000? It is 1,000. Pero may tax yun na 20%. So, babawasan natin ng 200. So, ano yung net after tax? 100,800. But, you need to consider also the inflation. Ano yung inflation? 4%. Ang pagtaas ng bilihin. So, 4%, ano yung 4% ng 100,000? It's 4,000. So, 100,800 minus the 4,000 inflation. Magkano yung actual return mo after tax and inflation? 96,800. So, dito, kumita ba yung pera mo? Hindi. So, imaginein po natin, kung patuloy na ganyan ang mangyayari doon sa pera mo, 5-10 years from now, nakita nyo na ba, na-visualize ninyo kung gaano kababa yung value ng pera mo? Kung patuloy na ganyan, laging bababa. So, malulugid, mawawalan ng value yung pera natin. That's why, di ba, minsan may ma-experience ka, no? May makikilala ka na, naglagay naman ako nag-ipon naman ako, pero hindi na consider yung inflation. So, nung nag-retire, yung kakarampot na naipon, it only lasted for a few months. So, kaya kailangan palaguin natin yung pera natin. And bakit naman kailangan long-term? Why do we focus in long-term? Hindi ba pwedeng mabilis? Di ba sayang ang panahon? Hindi ba pwedeng kailangan short-term lang? No, we should focus on long-term because in a person's financial life, there are 3 stages. So, maaaring tayo, or yung mga kakilala natin, makaka-relate anong stage na tayo. First stage would be man at work. Tayo, nagtatrabaho, and in exchange of the work that we provide, we get salary from the company na pinagtatrabahuhan natin. And most of us are on this stage. Pero hindi dapat forever nandyan tayo sa stage na yan. Kailangan, we move on the next stage. Ano yung next stage? Man and money at work. Tayo, nagtatrabaho, we get salary, but at the same time, you have money that is working for you. How? through your investment. So if you do have money in investment, that is money working for you. So sabay, di ba? But the third stage, at lahat tayo dapat i-achieve ito, is money at work. Dapat aabot tayo dun sa punto ng buhay natin wherein kahit hindi tayo nagtatrabaho, yung pera natin naman ang nagtatrabaho para sa atin. We need to learn how to make money work for us because money would keep on working for you as long as you have the money. But in the first place, money cannot work if you don't have the money. Kaya very important that we know also to increase our cash flow because the earlier we start to make money work for us, the better. Because money takes time to grow. So kailangan ng oras ng pera para lumago yan. Kaya kailangan makapagsimula po tayo. Huwag tayong magpapatumpik-tumpik. Rain, aralin ko muna, kabisaduhin ko muna. Habang nag-aaral ka, simulan mo na siya. Para habang kinakabisa mo siya, nagsisimula ng mag-grow yung pera mo. You let your money work for you, eventually you can reach your goals. Pero tanong, magkano ang ideal amount of money na kailangan mong maipon para sa iyong future? Gaano nga ba kalaking investment ang meron tayo dapat? Let me give you the ballpark figure. The ballpark figure, it is your annual income times 10 to 20 times. So that's why if you're earning 30,000 every month, multiply natin ng 12, that's 360,000 per year, multiply by 10, it's 3.6 million. So the minimum investment that you should be having is 3.6 million. Tapos, natutunan mo, uy, may 10% investment pala, doon mo inilagay. So, kada taon, kumikita ng 10% yung perang ininvest mo. Buo, yung 3 million, ang nakukuha mo lang yung interest. So, ano yung interest nun? 360,000 per year. If you get the per month, that's 30,000. So, you're as if you're getting your salary nung nagtatrabaho ka. So, ito yung tinatawag nating income replacement. Wherein, the income from your investment, yung interest doon is already a replacement to your income nung nagtatrabaho ka. So that's why we put it at 10 to 20 times of your annual income. And of course, we need to know where is the 10%? Where is the 12% investment? Ngayon, meron ako susunod na tanong sa inyo. Anong stage na tayo ngayon? Are we on stage 1, man at work? Stage 2, man and money at work? Or stage 3, money at work? Anong stage na po tayo ngayon? Stage 1, 2, or 3? So most people will be saying, Rain, parang nasa stage 1 pa lang ako. Don't worry. Kasi ang importante ngayon, alam natin na nasa stage 1 tayo. So alam natin na dapat ang target natin is stage 3. So malalaman natin na may kailangan tayong gawin. Okay? So we just need to determine that and we need to work hard for us to reach stage 3. Now, what are the basic rules and consideration in investing? First, you set the right goal. So bago ka gumawa ng anumang desisyon pagdating sa investment, make sure that you have set your SMART goals. You need to be very specific. Kailangan alam mo kung ano talaga ang gusto mo. It needs to be measurable. Ibig sabihin, it should have an equivalent amount of money para alam mo kung ilan ang iipunin mo at i-invest mo. And it should be attainable and realistic to your current situation. And you need to be time-bounded. Ibig sabihin, dapat may deadline. Dapat alam mo kung kailan mo ito gagamitin. Because that way, if you have set your SMART goals, you would be able to determine if your goal is short-term, medium-term, or long-term goal. So ano-ano ba yung short-term, medium-term, and long-term goal? Short-term, sabihin natin na short-term, pag gagamitin natin yung pera natin within 1 to 2 years. So it is only for safekeeping. Okay? Then, second, medium-term. Pag medium-term naman yan, gagamitin mo yung pera within 3 to 6 years. And if it's long-term, paghandaan po natin. More than 8 years yan. So, kung ngayon, naiinip ka sa talk ni Nanay Ray na 1 oras, ayan, di ba? Paano pa? Wag 8 years na. tayong nag-i-invest. Kasi nga, di ba, ang long term is more than 8 years. So kaya kailangan alam natin yung deadline. Sabi nga sa libro ni Boss Rex Mendoza, one of the top fund manager in the Philippines, and of course, a friend of IMG, sabi doon sa book niya, The Trailblazing Success, goals without deadline are just dreams. What are your big whys? Ano yung mga big whys mo? What are the things that let you wake up in the morning and go to work? So that's the first that you need to consider. What are your goals? Second, know the target amount. Magkano nga ba ang kailangan nating investment or yung mga amount per pangarap na meron tayo? So if we go back, no, ayan. So let's say age 20 tayo, then 'di ba? Nagtrabaho tayo hanggang nag-age 60 ka na. Pagdating ng age 60, sabi mo sa akin, Coach, gusto ko kasi pagdating ng age 60, meron akong 10 milyon. If you start at the age 20, at 4%, kailangan mong mag-save at invest ng 27,500 per month. That is at 4%. Kapag at 12% mo naman yan in-invest, 10,000 per month in the next 40 years. But, kung inilalagay mo lang yan sa 1%, 38,000 pesos in the next 40 years for you to have the 10 million. Papaano rin kung sa ilalim ng unan ko inilalagay? Ay mas matagal, 'di ba? So dito makita natin na pag alam mo yung target amount mo, you would know per month magkano yung kailangan mong ilagay sa iyong investment. And third, risk and reward. We need to know ang risk, no? Ang risk at ang reward magkamag-anak 'yan. Ibig sabihin, pag low yung risk, low din yung return. At pag high risk yan, high return. Pero huwag natin katakutan ng risk. Anong kailangan natin gawin para hindi tayo matakot sa risk? Kailangan lang natin itong i-manage. And financial education is one of the things that would allow you to manage the risk. If you have the right financial information, nalilesen yung risk. Kaya nga, financial ignorance is expensive. Kaya yung mga na-scam ng ilang beses, it is financial ignorance. So kaya kailangan intindihin, aralin, and make sure that you also do what you have learned. Huwag mag-invest sa isang bagay na hindi mo naiintindihan. And fourth, diversification. Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest man in the world, in terms of earning, never depend on a single income and make investment to create a second source. And on investment, do not put all your eggs in one basket. Kaya nga, do not depend solely in mutual fund. Make sure all of these are being funded. Kasi baka mamaya, di ba, puro investment, puro mutual fund. The other building blocks are not being funded. Nung nagkasakit, winidraw din lahat yung nasa mutual fund. Pero, kung lahat yan napondohan, may healthcare, may protection, nakapagbayad ng utang, may emergency fund, may investment, anumang financial difficulty ang mangyari, hindi ka magpo-pull out ng investment mo. Kasi may nakahanda ka for each and every situation. Then, ang fourth is time, oras. Time is your greatest ally in building wealth. Ang oras, ang pinakakampi po natin sa pag-i-invest. Try to imagine, if you save 33 pesos per day, approximate that's 1,000 pesos per month, at a rate of 12% per year. If they start at the age 20, at the age of 60, that would already be 11.8 million. Imagine, 1,000 every month lang yon in the next 40 years. What if, sabi mo, medyo delay kong konti, I start at the age 30. 1,000 per month pa rin. Until age 60, that's 3.5 million. Nakita ninyo kung ilan yung binawas? From 11.8, naging 3.5 na lang siya. So, around nasa 8.3 million ang nawala. Kasi each year you delay, almost 1 million yung nawawala. What if sabi mo, life begins at 40. Sa 40 na lang ako magsisimula. Yung 40, no, age 40, 1,000 per month, at the age of 60, nasa 1 million na lang yan. E paano kung dinelay pa natin ng konti? Another 10 years delay. Yung 1,000 every month mo until age 60, that could only compound till 232,000. Imagine that. So dito makikita mo that the earlier you start, the better. Kaya wag na po tayo magpapatumpik-tumpik. Okay? Kailangan simulan na natin. Okay? So that's the first part of our training. So have you learned so far? May mga natututunan na po ba tayo? Now, let's go now to stock market investing. Sabi nga natin, ang pag-i-invest sa stock market, this is our opportunity, our privilege to be shareholder of big company, that we get to have shares from those big companies. Sino yung mga company na yan? The likes of PLDT, Ayala, Jollibee, Wilcon, diba? Yan yung malalaking kumpanya. Pero it doesn't mean you go to Jollibee at doon tayo bibili ng share of stocks. No. The avenue for that would be the stock market. There are two ways to invest in the stock market. First is direct stock investing, and the second one, indirect stock investing through mutual fund. Yung stock market, okay, the performance in the stock market is up, down, up, down, up, down. Ibig sabihin, normal sa merkado na minsan mataas ang presyo, minsan bababa yan. But it doesn't mean you stop investing. No, it's all the more na kapag down ng market, bumili tayo kasi nakasale siya. Differentiate natin yung dalawang way to invest in the stock market. Direct stock investing requires constant monitoring kasi ikaw ang magdidesisyon anong company ang bibilin mo, kailan ka bibili, ilan ang bibilin mo. With that, you need to have the good source of information. Baka kasi nagkakabentahan na palang mga kumpanya, hindi mo pa alam. And you need to have a bit of investment savvy. Yung investment savviness na sinasabi, you need to be well-informed and well-knowledgeable in terms of investment. And of course, you want to really feel the growth in direct stock, you need to have a bigger amount of money. Kung pa 1,000 lang, 1,000 lang ilalagay mo, medyo hindi mo ramdam yun. You need to have a bigger amount of money in direct stocks investing. Yung direct stock investing. So, kung ihahalin tulad natin yan sa sasakyan, meron ka sasakyan na napakaganda. Para ma-maximize mo yung sasakyan na yan, yung kotse na yan, kailangan alam mong mag-drive. Alam mong igamitin yung mga features niya. Kasi kung hindi mo rin siya magagamit. So that is direct stock. Kasi ikaw yung magmamaneho ng sasakyan. Whereas mutual fund investing is an indirect way of investing in the stock market. It's an investment company that pools or combines money from individuals. So kung babalikan natin yung workflow ng mutual fund, so tayo as investor, so marami tayong investor, yung mga pondo natin, yung mga ininvest nating pera, pinagsasama-sama yan, it pulls the money to create a fund house or an investment company. Then, there is a fund manager who do the investing for us. So, saan ini-invest ni fund manager? Stocks, bonds, yan. So, dyan sa mga equities, dyan niya ini-invest. Pag kumita, nag-generate ng return, nag-generate ng income, kanino babalik yung income? Yung return? Kay investor. Sino si investor? Tayo. That's why it's in an indirect way of investing in the stock market because you let the fund manager do the investing for us. So kung kanina, di ba, tayo yung nagmamaneho ng kotse sa direct stocks, sa mutual fund, nakasakay ka sa bus. Yung bus, meron siyang driver. Si driver, alam niya kung saan yung destinasyon natin. So tayo as a pasahero, 'di ba? Nakasakay ka. You can do other things, no, aside from just monitoring your investment. Kung may mga ibang bagay ka pang kailangan gawin, magagawa mo 'yon because you do have a fund manager who can do the investing for you. Okay? So with mutual fund, ang tawag natin sa per unit sa mutual fund is net asset value per share or NAVs. Okay? So madalas nating maririnig yan. Ano ba yung NAVs? Let's say may 1,000 pesos tayo. Yung 1,000 pesos natin, nung inilagay natin, ang presyo ng NAVs is 1 peso. So, ibig sabihin, yung 1,000 pesos natin will now be converted into shares. So, what are the advantages of investing in mutual fund? Una, professional management. Since we do have a fund manager doing the investing for us, so sila'y magmamanage na ng funds natin. So it's a good research management team and they do this as their full-time work. Okay, so they have the expertise. So sila ang nag-i-invest para sa atin. Second, potentially higher returns. Since, no, marami tayong mga kumpanya pang ibang bibilin, no, we can expect a higher return. So the profit will also be high and will be able to take advantage of certain economies scale. And third, diversification. The fund is invested in different securities which make risk more manageable. So kumbaga, yung 1,000 mo hindi lang inilagay sa isang kumpanya. Naka-diversify siya sa maraming kumpanya. Katulad yan ng, let's say, nagpunta tayo sa karera ng kabayo. Typically, sa karera ng kabayo, pag tumaya ka ng isa, di ba? 10 yung lumaban dyan, isa lang ang tinayaan mo, yung chance na manalo ka, very slim. Kasi nga, siyempre kalaban niya, isa lang yung tinayaan mo. Whereas, if tinayaan mo lahat ng kabayo na lalaban, di ba, sure mo, at the end of the game, mananalo ka. So same thing with us investing in mutual fund. It is not only one company. All of the company with different sectors, we can invest kahit maliit na halaga lang yung inilalagay natin. Next, transparency. We are informed to where the funds are invested. So, saan natin malalaman? It is disclosed via the fund fact sheets. So later, papakitaan ko kayo ng sample ng isang fund fact sheets or ng prospectus ng isang mutual fund. Okay? Then, great equalizer. So, let's say for example, the mutual fund company earns or have a return of 20%, lahat ng investor gets 20%. Whether ang inilagay mong amount is 100 pesos, tas yung isa 1 million, lahat tayo gets 20%. But of course, 20% of 1 million, yung sa kanya, 20% of 100 yung sa'yo. But all of us could get the 20% because it's the great equalizer. And of course, ito madalas itong natatanong, no? Hindi pa man nagsisimula nag-i-invest, tinatanong na to. The liquidity. Pwede ko bang i-withdraw yung investment? So the answer is yes. You can easily convert your shares into cash anytime. Okay? But we need to remember, many mutual fund companies still charge a minimal amount if redeemed within the holding period. So yung mga mutual fund company, they have different holding period. May iba na 3 months, may iba na 6 months, may iba na 1 year. So depende dun sa mutual fund company. And of course, very accessible and affordable. We can add anytime, even online. So some mutual fund company, ang minimum top up is 1,000 pesos. For others are 500 pesos. But if you're an IMG member and you will add to your IMG Soldibo Fund, minimum 20 pesos po siya. Okay? Then, of course, safety. It's highly regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission under the Investment Company and Act and its rule. At the same time, it is regularly audited by external auditors. Okay? So, to comply with the Securities and Exchange Commission, kailangan laging may 10% as cash, especially for redemption, yung mutual fund company. 10% maximum per security. So, hindi po pwede lahat ng pondo ng mutual fund ilalagay mo sa real estate or sa iisang kumpanya. Kailangan maximum 10% per security. And the maximum operating cost should only be up to 10% of the funds. Then, yung 25% maximum in real estate sector. Okay, so kailangan i-comply po yan ng any mutual fund company. And of course, no, net of tax. What we see in our statement of account reflect its original value if we redeem it. So wala pong tax ang mutual fund investment natin. Ngayon, what are the different types of mutual fund? So kailangan alam natin ito so that we know kung anong mutual fund yung paglalagyan natin. Okay? First is bond fund. So funds that invest mostly in fixed income securities. So mostly ito, stability and reasonable growth above inflation. So this is conservative, basically around 4 to 6% per annum. So ano example ng bond fund? Pag-ibig Fund, MP2. Yan. So yan yung mga example ng bond fund. Then, stock funds. Funds that invest mostly in variety of stocks and equities. This is more of aggressive. So the risk would be high, but the return is also high. What is the approximate return? 15 to 18% per annum, especially if you keep it for long term. Then, but if you want to have the mix of both, you want to have the profitability and the growth of investment, balance fund. You have the combination of both. May equity, then mayroong sa bonds. Yung balance fund, it gives us moderate growth. So around 12 to 15% per annum. So kung ipa-plot natin yung ating return and risk basing on the different types of mutual fund, so of course, the higher risk would be yung equity fund, but the return is also high. So middle yung balance fund, and of course, the most conservative would be the bond fund, wherein low yung risk, low din yung return niya. So ngayon, ano yung mga additional note natin? Mutual fund is not covered by PDIC. Ano yung PDIC? Philippine Depository Insurance Company. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, hindi po siya katulad ng mga bangko na kapag nag-declare ng bankruptcy ang bangko, yung ating pera sa bangko naka-insured po siya. So, take note natin na ang pera natin sa bangko, per account, it is covered by PDIC. But for mutual fund, it's not like that. Bakit? Because we are part owner of the mutual fund company. Meaning, kasama tayo sa paglago at kung mababa yung price per share sa mutual fund, kasama tayo doon. Kasi nga, part owner tayo ng mutual fund company. At the same time, returns are not guaranteed. The performance or yung returns na nakuha ko from my mutual fund, I cannot guarantee you that you can get the same thing. Okay? So, maiba-iba po siya because it is just based on the performance of the stock market. At the same time, past performance is not guarantee of future return. Okay? So now, paano tayo mag-i-invest as part of IMG? So with IMG, if you're part of IMG, nakipag-partner po tayo kay Raver Financials. So Raver Financial is our mutual fund distributor. And because of that, we get to have different advantages that could allow us to maximize our return on investment. So tandaan natin, every time na nag-i-invest tayo sa mutual fund, meron tayong tinatawag na entry fee or sales load. Ito yung processing fee kada nagdadagdag tayo sa account natin. Usually, the charge would be around 2 to 3.5% every time you top up. So every time na nagdadagdag ka, bago makabili ng shares yan, may bawas yan na 2% to 3.5%. But of course, good news, for all IMG member, pag IMG member tayo, wala po tayong processing fee or entry fee. So buong buo, noong inilagay mo or dinagdag mo, napunta sa portfolio mo. Kasi 0% entry fee tayo. How does it affect yung growth ng pera natin? So, what is the effect of zero load? Ito, papakita ko sa inyo, it is a 14-year Phil Equity Fund investment. So, there are two investor. Si IMG member, saka si non-IMG member. Pareho silang may 100,000. Inilagay nila kay Phil Equity. So, nung si non-IMG member, nung bumili siya, bago siya makabili, bawas muna yung sales load or yung entry fee. So, 97,000 lang talaga yung napambili niya ng share. So, that's why the 97,000, kung ang per share, that time na bumili siya, is 12.9075 noong January 2010, nakabili siya ng 7,515 shares. Whereas si IMG member, buong 100,000, nabili niya yan, So same price, 7,747 shares naman yung nabili niya. Now, moving forward, after 14 years, February 29, 2024. So, ibig sabihin, di ba? After 14 years, ano na ang presyo nung binili nila na tig to 12.90 noong 2010? Ngayon, ang price per share na is 35.4899. Kaya ang value na ng investment ni non-IMG member is 266,707. Si IMG member naman is 274,940. So nakita niyo yung difference nung dalawa? Ang difference po niyan is 8,233. Yun yung effect nung walang zero load. Yung pinag-i-investan mo, mas na ma-maximize mo yung return. Kasi kung titingnan natin, the actual return for non-IMG member is 167%. Si IMG member ilan? 175%. See? So that's why it's very important that whenever you invest, kailangan walang entry fee. Let's look another graph for PhilEquity Fund. So sa PhilEquity, it started 1994 with a price per share of 1 peso. Pero tingnan na lang natin yung 1995. 1995, 1.1095 per share. Okay? Moving forward, it's 35.4899. Ibig sabihin, over 29 years, the actual return is 3,199%. So kung bumili ka nung 1995, ang binili mo 5,000 pesos, naglagay kang 5,000, kinalimutan mo na, hindi mo na dinagdagan, hindi mo na rin ginalaw. Moving forward, no? February 29, ang value na nung nilagay mong 5,000 noon, nasa 159,000 na siya. So dito makikita natin that your money is working for you. Your money is growing. So all you need to do is to start. Because we cannot go back to 1995 and start. Anong pwede natin gawin? All you need to do is to start it. If you're already a member of IMG, put more into your investment. Huwag nating hayaan na kukunti yung number of shares na meron tayo. Kailangan marami at nadadagdagan yung ating investment. Because market will always go up, down, up, down, up, down. Mababa, tataas, mababa, tataas. So, and it is being affected by a lot of factors. So ngayon, tanungin ko kayo, kailan nyo mas gustong bumili? Let's say meron kayong isang bagay na gustong bilhin. Kailan nyo gustong bilhin? Pag naka-sale siya or sa regular price? Siyempre, di ba mas gusto natin pag naka-sale yan? So, ganun din po sa pag-i-invest. Kapag down ang market, sale time yan. Ibig sabihin, mura. So, maglagay ka, magdagdag ka. Diba? So, kaya kailangan dagdag pa more tayo sa ating investment. Put more into your investment. Kasi pag naglagay ka ng mababa ang presyo, mas maraming shares ka mabibili. Okay? Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. So habang yung iba takot na takot maglagay dahil down ng market, dapat tayo lagay tayo na lagay para mas lalago yung ating investment. So if you want to check the different prices of mutual fund companies, you can go to this website, www.pifa.com.ph. Nandyan po yung mga different mutual fund companies in the Philippines. Ngayon rin, ganda nung tinuro mo. Paano po ako mag-o-open ng mutual fund account? How you can open your mutual fund account? You accomplish and submit the following documents. Account of opening form, suitability questionnaire, investment application form, FATCA declaration, data privacy content form, have a photocopy of 2 valid IDs, and your TIN number. Okay? So that's your first option. And then you go to mutual fund company and submit all of those documents. Second, you go to Ramverb Financial's website, go to Seedbox. But take note, hindi lahat ng mutual fund nandyan sa Seedbox. There are just few. If you're an IMG member, para ma-sure mo na zero entry fee ka, you sign up as an IMG member. Kasi pag yung get started agad, meron processing fee. Sayang naman, di ba? So, sign up as an IMG member. So, make sure that you're an IMG member if you want to go to Seedbox. But, I have a good news to everyone. Para mas madali ang ating pag-open ng mutual fund account, anong kailangan gawin? No need to fill up all of those forms that I've mentioned to you. All you need to do is become an IMG member. For those based in the Philippines, it's 6,000 pesos. If you're based internationally, depende po kung saang bansa nandun tayo, but it's approximate of around 10,000 pesos, automatic may mutual fund account na tayo. Dadagdagan mo na lang siya. Kasama na siya sa ating mga benefits. Okay? So, no need to fill up all the forms that I mentioned you. At magkakaroon po tayo ng ating members portal wherein sa ating members portal makikita po natin yung ating investment. And of course, no, meron na yung initial investment na 1,000 pesos, dadagdagan na lang po natin. And you can even top up or pwede tayong magdagdag for as low as 20 pesos. So sabi ko kanina, papakita ko sa inyo fund fact sheets ng isa sa mga mutual fund. That would be the Soldivo Strategic Growth Fund. So this is their latest fund fact sheets issued last November 2023. So makikita po natin yung top 10 holdings dito kung saan ini-invest yung pondo na nakakalap sa Soldivo na mutual fund. So nandyan si Ayala Land, Ayala Corporation, SM Investment, SM Prime Holdings, BPI, International Container Terminal Services, at of course ang ating paboritong si Jollibee and Metrobank, BDO, and Universal Robina Corporation. So kung titingnan natin yung mga kumpanya na yan, di ba bata pa tayo, nandyan na. So kumbaga, yung pag-i-invest natin nasa malalaking kumpanya din. All you need to do is to start your investment. Maximize our IMG membership. Maximize our IMG solution. Education, execution, and entrepreneurship. Kasi if we're able to maximize the entrepreneurship, we have more money to put into our investment. Then of course, maximize our benefit as an IMG member. Hindi ko na po i-discuss lahat ng ating mga benefits because we do have another trainings for that. Okay? So kumbaga, yung mga benefits natin, it will just surely help us to build a solid financial foundation. Because being part of IMG, you are in a one-stop shop. Tayo as a member, we get access already to all of this company. So with IMG, you can become your own money manager. Kasi kung babalikan natin yung ating solid financial foundation, lahat po niyan ay may sagot na with all of our partnered companies. All you need to do is to do it and execute it. So, anong kailangan natin gawin? Siyempre, action na tayo agad. Because with this, you can build your financial foundation faster. Take action, secure your future now. You would always have an excuse not to save or invest. Ray, napakaganda talaga ng training mo, pero saka na ako magsisimula. Tandaan natin, no matter what your excuse is, one thing is for sure, you're going to get old next year. No matter what your excuse is, your child will grow up and enter college and you would need money for his or her education. No matter what your excuse is, you would eventually retire and stop making active income. So anong kailangan natin gawin? Again, you have to be prepared for this kinds of situation. Be with the group who inspires you. When the members of your group save, they will also inspire you to save. So I hope marami kayong natutunan in today's training. And of course, don't end dun sa natutunan lang natin siya. Kailangan gawin po natin yung ating mga natutunan. So thank you so much. Again, this is Rain Francisco and I'm proud to be part of IMG. Thank you so much everyone and God bless po.